Welcome to Around the Hearth, the Hearthstone podcast brought to you weekly.
Good evening, everybody. It is Monday, April 9th, 2018, and we want to welcome you to episode number 52 of Around the Hearth, a post-on podcast put together by a bunch of guys who can't wait until Thursday.
Yeah.
I'll be your host this evening. My name is Adam, and you are welcome. Joining with me, as always, is the Cruiserweight Champion of the Wild World, Ztdubz.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
And the number one contender for the Cruiserweight Wild title, EK Designer, our special guest.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hopefully everyone had a great week in Hearthstone, and you're ready for some really exciting stuff this week. New expansion rolls out. The Witchwood will drop on April 12th. So get hype, get your wallets ready, because I know it's going to be a doozy. As always, at the beginning of the show, we like to give a special shout out to our Patreons, who are at the moment Luis and Beardyman. We always appreciate your continued support of the show. If you're a Twitch sub and you're watching the live stream right now, feel free to spam your emotes in chat so we can see you and give you a little shout out.
Oh yeah, let's get this little Around the Hearth going.
All right, as always, we like to begin every show and talk about our week in Hearthstone, and we're starting with EK. Tell me about what's been going on with you in Hearthstone.
So my week's been a lot of theory crafting, a lot of playing Dude Paladin, just getting Legend and Wild so I can focus on Standard come the rotation.
How close are you to Legend?
I am just about rank 3.
Okay.
So couple marathon nights, the next couple nights, and I should at least get close.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
How about you, Dubs?
I'm doing the exact same thing. I helped my little brother hit Legend yesterday. It was really cool. It was the first time as Legend for him. So,
Nice.
You know, it was in Wild, so us Webbers were wild, I guess. But,
you had to be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, he was really excited. Yeah, I'm trying to get Legend and Wild and Standard right now. I'm rank 3 in both, so just slowly pushing.
Great.
Oh, you're doing a lot better than I am in Standard. I'm ranked 20 in Standard right now.
I was playing someone shared a list. It's like a Mind Blast mage priest. It's like a control priest that ends up like you play Alex Straza, and then you play Anduin, and then you Mind Blast, and do the hero powers, and you win.
Very, very cool.
Hearthstone, it's been very fun.
I was actually on vacation this week, so I only had a little time to play some Hearthstone. I played some Tavern Brawl, and I did some more planning for the Brotherhood Brawl coming up at the end of the month. For those of you who don't know, it's a very large tournament with a very large pot, $10,000.
Oh yeah.
And it will be one of the first big tournaments in the new standard year of the Raven. So it'll be hosted at local host, which is a LAN center in Philadelphia. And the best thing about this is completely non-BYOC, which means we will provide the setup for you.
All right, that's always good. It's not fun playing on your computer.
Yeah, so
or on your phone.
Yeah, so it's a 2-day event, April 28th to 29th. So, and if you're interested in more, you can go to nerdstreetgamers.com. That's N with a 3, RD Street Gamers. .com/brotherly brawl. You can pre-reg, save yourself about $20, and hopefully I'll see you there. And I know EK will be there. I think Dubs will be there, and I'm pretty sure Squirrel will be there too. And Francis will be in England because that's where he lives.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so before we get to the really meat and potatoes of the show, we're gonna go a little bit off track. We'll talk about some news. We got some really brief tournament news to talk about, and EK is going to tell us all about a couple really big events that went down this weekend.
So this past weekend, the HCT Copa America happened. I don't know if you guys knew that. Muzzy won in the finals against Board Control. And unfortunately, a friend of the show, Edelweiss, did her best, but she came up a little short.
Yeah.
She lost to Zalay in the round of 16.
Yeah, she unfortunately did not make it out of groups, but her group was pretty tough. She had Hoy and Zalay in her group, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I was saying that she got into the group of death. So
yeah, well, the fact that she got there is still something to be very much commended. So really great job. Hopefully, this won't be the last time we'll see her in a major event.
Yeah, I mean, she was the only one who brought what was it, Bloodlust Shaman,
Yeah.
and she brought Rogue.
Yeah.
She's the only one who brought both of those. So props to that.
Yeah. Edelweiss is usually someone who will bring a lot of decks that are definitely like fringe or off the very off the beaten path. That's just kind of
building from meta as opposed to just playing good stuff. So
Right.
it's a deck builder stream.
Right. So there was another big event this weekend. I believe it was at PAX.
Yeah, there was the Geico PAX East Open, where Amnesiac defeated Yo It's Flow in the finals, and Amnesiac just wrecked his way through the entire tournament.
That was ridiculous. He dropped only one game total, not a match game.
Yeah, I actually watched
finals.
some. I actually did watch some of that, and I haven't seen that when someone domineer a tournament like that in a long time.
It was cool to see Yo It's Flow. He did a bracket reset, so he actually beat Amnesiac in a best of 5, and then he had to do it again, and he lost. But
yeah.
that was pretty cool.
It's not like the tournament was like a cakewalk for him either. Like there were legitimate players there. Like you had Dr. J, Toast was there, Alex Straza. Yo, It's Flow's a real good player. He's been in the different preliminaries multiple times.
I think Migo Face was in there.
Yeah, and then there was some new blood there. Like people who just showed up to the Open actually did really, really well too. So it's cool to see some unfamiliar faces as well, showing that they can hang with the big boys.
What's the cool thing about
it was a very fun event.
Yeah, I wish they would do more opens, but Blizzard would do them, because that seems to be like something that the scene is lacking, like giant open tournaments.
I mean, there was the Wild Open, but that was best of 3. So.
I mean like a lot, like in a live setting. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, that would be cool. Kind of like they do for like Magic and stuff like that.
Yeah, the closest thing we get to that is the DreamHack Grand Prix, but even then, like all of the big guys and gals show up to that. It's still that's a 128 person Swiss, I think. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so that's like 10 rounds of Swiss day 1, and to see if you play day 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a long day. All right, so that is it for tournament news. Real briefly, I want to talk about the Tavern Brawl, and Dubs is going to tell us all about Blessing of the Raven, which was this week's Tavern Brawl.
Yeah, this was actually pretty fun. So when you played a minion, it got either Wind Fury, Charge, Stealth, Poisonous, or I believe Taunt.
Lifesteal, I think.
Oh, Lifesteal.
No, it was Lifesteal.
So like, it was Summon. It wasn't Play though. So like, cards like that just Anixia, they all get the buffs.
Or like Totemic Slam, like the Shaman ability, like gave your total.
I was playing Paladin. I got the card where you discover a minion, give it +1/+1. I got the minion that summons the 2 skeletons. I was like, oh wow! So like they both had charge, so I was able to clear some little guys, and I had a decently sad minion because I got +1/+1. I was like, this is a fun thing. So
yeah,
I played it quite a few times. I gotta say, I mean, I don't want to say this is like a 4, maybe not a 5. This is definitely a miniature warfare, but this definitely was a lot more fun than some of the ones they've been putting out.
Very cool. EK, what was your experience like with your Blessing of the Raven Tavern Brawl?
My random Paladin deck just ended up being Constructed Dude Paladin, so I did Steward of Darkshire into Stand Against Darkness.
There you go.
And all the
with all these had abilities. Harem to follow it up next turn because why not?
This because you're good at the game, so.
Yeah, I thought this was a really good one. This is a new Tavern Brawl that they rolled out. Hopefully they reprise this one actually. It was really good for doing quests, especially like destroy or play minions. Made it really, really cool. Yeah. I hope they maybe put more keywords and stuff like that. Like, I guess it would be tough to put like Echo on, but Rush would be a cool one.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's on topic of Tavern Brawls. Apparently, the Fireside Gathering Tavern Brawl right now is you get your most recent or current Dungeon Run deck, and that's your deck.
Oh wow!
So if you guys have a Fireside Gathering, you should definitely go to one. I have one coming up in 2 weeks. So let me tell you, I'm very excited.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fun actually.
I'm gonna play Dungeon Run. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna try and build the craziest deck I possibly can, and then I'm gonna go.
There you go. So this one for me was also a 4 out of 5. It was pretty fun. Even there's always some randomness to it, but that's just the nature of Tavern Brawls. Yeah. My only reason getting 5 is what does this really have to do with the Year of the Raven? I have no idea.
Well,
yeah, I think that was
every time you got an ability like with charge, it would say something.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to tie that into Witchwood.
I guess. I don't know. It
Like, you got stealth. He's like, the creatures of the dark are lurking. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as like the Portals one, where like this is a StarCraft brawl. Really, kind of thing, you know. But it was like one of those like, what does this have to do with the next expansion, kind of thing. Also, shout outs to the Happy New Year emote. I'll be sad when that goes away.
There's the little fireworks that go along with it too.
I don't know, because everyone always greets me, and I'm like, I don't like doing emotes much unless it's like threatened. So like, if they say Happy New Year, I feel like, oh man, I have to say it back or I'm a dick. So like, I'm very conflicted. So I'll be happy when it's gone. I guess.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I hear you. All right. So in addition, we normally do a segment on card of the week, but I think we want to do something a little different this week since we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of cards in just a moment here. Ztdubz. So instead of card of the week, why don't you tell everybody what what we're going to do instead?
All right, guys. So what we're gonna do is we want you guys, the listeners, to pretty much send us your favorite cards of Witchwood, favorite decks, anything on our social medias, Discord, Facebook. You can email, however you guys want to do. Show us your cool stuff, and we'll actually pick something.
Yeah, we'll give you a special shout out on the show next week if we pick your card.
If you get I can't remember what it's called, that shaman guy that repeats all the battle cards. If you get something cool with that, give us your story. We'll share it.
Yeah.
It looked really fun on the live stream today.
Yeah, with a lot of new cards coming out, we didn't really want to do a card of the week because we know you guys want to play with new cards, and we want to hear about those experiences. So make sure you hit us up on Discord, Twitter, Facebook, anywhere you can. Let us know what cards you love from this new expansion, what decks you love, and we'll definitely make sure to give you a special shout out next week on the show if yours is selected. And with that, we'll transition into what everyone's all really here for. Let's talk about some cards.
Well, did we talk about the new feature?
Oh, before we talk about that.
Yeah, this is important.
This is important. This does have to do with cards. There is a new feature coming in Witchwood, and Dubs, why don't you lay it down for us?
So we are getting borrowed deck. Now, this is really cool, especially for people like us who have been playing the game a lot. You want to get a friend into the game. Basically, how it works is if you do a 1v1 match, just like a typical friendly duel, they can use decks that you have in your collection already built. So like, let's say I have like Face Hunter, and they're like, oh man, I've been really wanting to try a Hunter, but I don't want to spend all the dust on it. They can try out my deck in their game, even if they don't have the cards. So like, someone can have only basic cards, and they can play,
Wallet Warrior.
Cube Block. Yeah, a Wallet Warrior. They can do whatever they want as long as you have it built. So this is going to be really cool with play testing as well. Like, if you want to prepare for a tournament and you're like, I don't want to spend 1,600 dust on Ren to play Cube Block, but one of my friends needs to help, getting ready, you could do that. So this is good for every skill level, honestly.
Yeah, this is
I'm very excited.
It's a really cool feature, especially for playtest groups too, because you can say, hey, play this deck against me, and there you go.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So anyway, now that we've talked about new features, let's talk about
cards.
Now cards. Cards now. Okay.
Let's talk about another new feature. These new cards.
We're not starting out with a really good one, guys. So first card is Spectral Cutlass. It's a 4-mana rogue weapon, 2 attack, 2 durability with lifesteal, and it says whenever you play a card from another class, gain +1 durability. Now, the rogue burgle thing is always, I feel like it will be a forever mechanic. Like, if it does, give the class identity, but this weapon is very bad.
Well, this is an alternative to Kingsbane. Like, I mean, you saw on the stream today, it got out of hand pretty quickly.
Yeah, like it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
So durability is more valuable than damage because you can buff the damage with like other stuff.
Yeah, so, I guess more swings is good, but I still would rather play Kingsbane or even Obsidian Shard, honestly.
Yeah. The only problem with this card is it's more susceptible to ooze than a Kingsbane because ooze my Kingsbane, I'm just going to get it back.
Yeah, or Harrison, yeah.
So if you go super in on one cutlass, you can get punished a little more by weapon removal.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think this will be decent in arena. But
that's
pretty
a
much,
minute.
Yeah.
We've reached our minute. We gotta stop.
So we promised we could talk about each card for a minute, so we'll try to keep it quick and keep the show moving on to the next card. Is Shaman Epic Bog Shaper, 7 mana for a 4/8 elemental. Whenever you cast a spell, draw a minion from your deck. So this is actually kind of like one of those things that like shamans used to be turning into a class that's supposed to be like just recurring resources or just keeping up with the kind of tempo, and this kind of aids to it. It's pretty cool. It is an elemental, which is very helpful.
I mean, if you have Hagatha, it's like unlimited value because you get a spell and you play a minion. You play a spell, you get a minion.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a tag team kind of thing. I think this
Pretty cool.
I think this will be experimented with, especially if Hagatha is in the meta, which I honestly think she. Now I've seen the full dump, she might be. EK, what are your thoughts?
The one deck that we thought of with this was Malaga Shaman in Wild.
Oh yeah.
You're only running a couple of minions in the deck, and you could really easily tutor them out with Bog Shaper, and then another card that we're going to look at later, which is the 4-mana 2/4 draw an elemental from your deck.
That's a minute.
Very cool. All right, so moving on to a Warlock rare, Blood Witch, 4 mana for a 3/6. That's a huge health cells. At the start of your turn, deal 1 damage to your hero. So this is playing more along the pain Warlock, or I suppose self-inflicted damage Warlock. So it's to trigger other abilities. So this will trigger your spell stones and stuff. Well, what do you think about this card, Dubs?
I think it's cool. I would definitely not run this in a deck that doesn't run if you were damaged this turn. But I mean, it fits perfectly in those type of decks, which is really cool.
EK, any viability for this in Wild?
I mean, I'd just rather play Librarian and Hellfire and Naga and Giants.
Yeah, I agree. So unless the
unless Warlock has to be completely redefined as a class in Wild,
unless the major class identity of Warlock, which is it hurts itself to do good things, becomes its own deck, then this thing probably won't see much play.
Yeah, you'll see it in there. It's got a really good body.
Cool. All right, moving on to another Warlock card, Deathweb Spider, 5 mana for a 4/6 beast. Battlecry, if your hero took damage this turn, gain lifesteal. So again, this is much more easy to pull off because you can just use your life tap to get this ability. I don't know any reason I would play this with the existence of Despicable Dreadlord and Doomguard is the thing.
Yeah, I mean, you have enough life gain. Like, I've seen Warlocks go from 2 health back to 28, 30. So.
The other thing to take into account with this card and the other Warlock card we're going to see is the cost of the card isn't exactly what it says on the actual card. You have to put extra resources into it. So it's really like a 7 mana 4/6 or a 6 mana 4/6.
Yeah, at the bare minimum, you have to hurt yourself. So
unless you have that 4 mana card we just
unless you had
about.
The previous card. unless you have
unless you're going all in on the strategy, you're gonna have to do some extra work.
Very cool. Very cool.
And that's a minute.
It gets inconsistent.
Very cool. So more Warlock cards. We have another Warlock Beast, 3 mana 2/4 Dusk Bat. Battlecry.
This is a solid card.
Battlecry, if your hero took damage this turn, summon 2 1/1 bats. This card's actually kind of nuts.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah,
this is a little more reasonable compared to the other one.
Librarian, play this. Now you have a big board.
Yeah.
And you drew a card.
So Councilman out, this guy in for Zoo. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can figure out a way to get this out super, super early, then I don't see why you wouldn't play it. But the problem's going to be getting it out quickly.
Well, I'm saying this could be a turn 4 drop. It's still a decent turn 3, even vanilla. Vanilla.
Yeah. I agree.
It could fit into a Zoo deck. It does give you more board position.
Yeah, I mean, I can easily see in Zoo, Librarian, and then coin this, or turn 4 Librarian, play this, and now you have a big board with Zoo. And
there is also the 2/1 from Ungoro that deals 1 damage to each hero.
Oh yeah,
1 mana 2/1.
I can't remember that card, but
Emerald Reaver.
Emerald Reaver. That's it.
Emerald Reaver.
So
I mean,
that'll
maybe that makes the cut if you're going in on any of these cards.
Perhaps
sure.
Another 1 mana activator.
All right. So does this card make the cut for you as a hunter? 4 mana spell, Dire Frenzy. It's a common. Give a beast +3/+3 and shuffle 3 copies into your deck with +3/+3. I think this card is very good.
This is very slow, but this is the coolest card. I've seen Hunter for a long time. This is really cool.
Yeah. What's the worst thing to happen if you're a hunter that relies on minions to kill your opponent? When you run out, this makes sure you don't.
Yeah,
I
mean,
it's like super. It's like super duper gang up.
I mean, this is silly, but like if you run like Quest Hunter, you put this on a 1-drop, and you play the guy that draws you 2 1-drops. Now you have big buffed 1-drops.
Yep, they also showed the 1/3 rush lifesteal guy earlier, and they put on the stream, they put Dire Frenzy on that. Yeah. So you were getting 2 mana 4/6 lifesteals.
Just some quick.
Just
real quick, some quick math. 4 mana gets you +12 of stats, and 3 more.
I think like Blessing of Kings is +4/+4. This is 1 less, but it also puts 3 buffed copies in your deck. So
yeah, really, really good.
In lies the problem though of Hunter and card draw.
Yeah. Right, you need to draw that.
This isn't going to work with Stitch Tracker.
Probably not. All right. Anyway, transitioning on to another transform card, which is the kind of cards that swap attack and health while they're in your hand. Swift Messenger is a 4 mana 2/6 with rush and swaps its attack and health each turn it's in your hand. It's an arena card.
It's interesting filler.
It's interesting filler, yeah. It's definitely like somewhat good. I think it's okay in arena at least. I wouldn't be
if it's
upset.
Flipped, it's 4 mana kill a minion.
It's basically what is that card? Stormwind Champ, the 2/5 charge. Charge for 4. Yeah,
or
it's basically that.
Or a 4 mana Leroy that can only trade.
Yeah, or 4 mana Leroy that only trades. Yep. So this card is just okay. Probably an arena card. Next.
Yeah.
Another swap minion. This one's a little different. 2 mana for a 1/4 spell shifter. It's a common card with spell damage +1, and each turn it swaps its attack and health in your hand. When would I ever want to play this as a 4/1?
I mean, but as a 1/4, it's honestly like maybe you're playing some sort of like minion aggro mage.
Yeah, I mean this could go in a spell damage deck, and then if you're desperate enough, you can play as a 4/1. Just to get pressure on the board as well.
Yeah, like if you're against like a warrior, like someone who, not warrior, that's a bad example. It's like someone who can't ping easily or can't afford to take 4 damage.
Gotcha. Yeah,
maybe. This is cool. We'll see.
I give this a half a thumb up. Maybe.
There you go. So continuing the trend of health and attack swapping, we have an 8 mana Gilnean Royal Guard. It's a 3/8. With Divine Shield and Rush, and swaps attack and health each turn.
That's probably the best of the...
It's probably the best of the bunch, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not very good. I mean, it's... Okay, so it's not bad, but 8 mana to kill something, that's a lot.
It's
3 health's low.
It's 2-for-1s. So, I mean, it has that going for it. At the very... And if it doesn't 2-for-1 for minions, it's 2-for-1ing for cards.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's just I don't know if it's going to see that much play just because of the mana cost.
Yeah, I don't see this really in standard deck or a wild deck, but it could be in...
Well, this would be a monster in arena.
A very good arena card, yeah.
I mean, you can either have it as a 3/8, so it's a big health minion, or you can just crush something your opponent plays.
I mean, the other thing to think about is all of these swap stat cards are, you can do stuff with hand buff.
Oh, yeah.
That's an idea.
Gotcha.
All right, and that's a minute.
All right, now to our first legendary that we're talking about tonight, and a pretty cool one. 5 mana for Dollmaster Dorian, which is a 2/6, and he says, whenever you draw a minion, summon a 1/1 copy of it. So, in exchange for giving hand knowledge, you get extra stuff.
This would be cool in Rogue with the guy that draws 2 minions.
Yep. That's what everyone's saying. People are also saying the second coming of Barnes.
This is a fair Barnes, though.
I don't think this is as good as Barnes at all.
Yeah, I mean it's not
immediate.
That's fine.
It's draw dependent.
Yeah, like Barnes is just turn 3 sometimes. Just set yourself up for the rest of the game. This is you have to play him and then draw something.
Yeah,
so, this is a deck builder kind of card, or like a Dane kind of card. We'll see this on Trolled in a lot.
I think you could probably build something around this. I'm just not sure what it is.
Yeah, it's a cool card. Can't complain.
Yeah. Very cool.
And that's a minute.
So on the topic of dolls and puppets, we have the 3 mana Voodoo Doll, which is a 1/1. rebobson likes this card very much, by the way.
Yeah,
I agree.
Battlecry.
I think this card's actually problematic.
Yeah. So Battlecry, choose a minion, Death Rattle, destroy the chosen minion. It's basically
this thing's gonna die every turn you play it. Like, there's so many ways to kill your own minions. Like,
This is essentially neutral single target removal for any class.
Yeah, so like they've had like what was the 3/3 that ate something and then it returned it if it died.
Moat Lurker.
Moat Lurker. They've had other cards, or they've had a Carnivorous Cube, and now we're on to this.
Yeah, I mean, like Mage. This would be great in Mage. 5 mana kill something if you have to, or like you could play this, then they have to like. They're scared, like
you can also use this as a Defile activator. So you take that big boy that you can't deal with Defile, you play this, instantly procs the 1 damage of Defile, so it refreshes. Maybe it completes your
There's a minute.
Yeah, so with Defile, at least it's guaranteed to get a second proc of Defile.
I don't want to talk about Defile. I'm tired of that card already. All right, what's next?
On to the next legendary that was dropped, and we're going to be talking about Splintergraph. It's an 8-mana Druid legendary. It's an 8/8 Battle Cry. Choose a friendly minion, add a 10/10 copy of to your hand that costs 10.
This is a cool card.
It's cool, but what do I use this for?
Arcane Tyrant. Arcane Tyrant will become 0 mana.
Oh, to make it free.
Stuff like that would be cool.
Or you use it on Kun, the Forgotten King. So you play it, refresh your mana crystals back to 10, and you just get a 0 mana 10/10.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
That's pretty neat.
I mean, there's some cool stuff you do with this. Well, I'm sure it'll get seen for a little bit because
I mean, everyone's gonna play with the cool new cards in like the greediest way possible. Yeah. I'm certainly gonna play around with this.
I mean, you saw in the live stream the guy did it with the hand buff card, so like he got like a 10, which that was pretty cool.
Yeah, the Twilight Drake but taunt for Druid, and it was like a 10-17 or something ridiculous like that.
A lot of crazy things happened on the live stream.
That's
today.
a minute.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to a rogue card, a 4-mana 3/5 Mistwraith. It's old rare. It says whenever you play an Echo card, gain +1/+1. So it seems like maybe this is hinting at that rogue is going to have a lot of Echo synergies. They do have an Echo card that we talked about last week in Cheap Shot.
This card was MVP on the live stream. This card did really good.
Yeah, I think it might be a little too slow, but the stats for it are fair. So maybe it sticks.
There's a good chance of surviving.
Yeah,
and you can play like 2 or 3 cards, and now it's gonna get its health back and everything too.
Yeah. It has potential. If you're gonna be playing like an Echo deck in Rogue, you're gonna be playing this for sure.
Yeah, and there would be some 4-drops too. So this would be cool.
That is very true. So it's got potential.
I think
if an Echo deck is gonna work with Rogue, you're gonna see this there.
What did they do? Maybe he played this and then he coined next turn Face Collector.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
All right, speaking of rogue Echo cards, we have Pickpocket, a 2-mana spell. It's a rare with Echo. Add a random card to your hand from your opponent's class. So again,
cool.
rogue stealing cards, and now you have an Echo card. So this could
I don't
generate.
know how a Worgen's pickpocketing somebody, but hey.
I mean, they're sneaky. Worgens can be rogues, so.
If you're playing Burgle Rogue, you're playing this for sure.
Yeah, Wild's gonna be fun with Burgle stuff.
Yeah, there's so many cards. But like even in standard, like you could still do something pretty crazy. And like you have this, the 3/3 that we're gonna talk about in a little bit. And the nice thing is, say you top deck this late game, it's
5
cards.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's a lot of cards. Moving on to a Paladin weapon for 8 mana, Silver Sword. It's 3 attack, 4 durability. It's a rare, and it says after your hero attacks, give your minions +1/+1. So it's basically a Vine Cleaver, except it buffs people.
This is really cool. It's a little expensive, but I mean, if you play this late game and you let's say you have this out and then you stand against darkness. Oh, it's leaving. Oh, okay. Let's say I don't know you get some dudes out, or even Wild stand against darkness attack. And have a bunch of 2/2s. They don't kill it. Attack again. They have a bunch of 3/3s. Like.
Yeah,
this can get out of hand pretty quickly. I mean, it's 8 mana though. So
is this better than Vine Cleaver though?
I think so.
My thinking is if I'm on 8 mana, even 7 mana, I'm trying to kill you. This doesn't help me kill you consistently. So
okay, so
it has a weird idea. It's like I don't know.
It's cool. I'm gonna play it.
Yeah,
and I think it'll be fun, but I don't know how consistent it's.
Yeah, I think jury's out on that one.
Yeah, maybe this could replace Vine Cleaver that was a 1/of. Who knows?
Maybe.
Oh, that's a minute.
So, moving on to another Paladin card, a 4-mana and a minions. It's a 3/4, the Bellringer Sentry. It's a rare. Battlecry and Death Rattle. I love when they put those two together. Put a secret from your deck into the battlefield. So that means that you can put... Now they want you to put secrets in your deck.
Yeah.
Also, for Day 9, he saw this. He said, "Who are you? None of my business."
Well, I mean, that's the flavor text for it.
Oh, really?
That's the
That's
MVP.
awesome.
That's so far my favorite golden and my favorite flavor text is this card.
That is awesome.
Because the golden, you actually see him ringing the bell with his hands, and like the entire card moves.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's not just particles.
I don't think this card getting played in standard. Like, Paladin Secrets are good, but I don't want to put them in my deck.
Well,
I mean, you saw the legendary. We'll talk about it in a little bit. I mean, that might implement.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a reason to play secrets now, but the problem is like what secrets are even worth running? No, like Noble Sack to eat up a token, and
I mean, Getaway Copa. It's leaving.
Well, I think
That's a minute.
Well, I think we've got a new secret coming up that we're going to talk about, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Onto a Paladin Legendary, 4 mana for a 4/3. The Glass Knight has Divine Shield. When you restore health, gain Divine Shield. I don't think this card's very good.
I actually think it has potential.
I think this card's awesome.
Yeah.
There's so many ways to gain health as Paladin.
There are,
True Silver.
Yeah, I mean, like, you just have to put it like passive stuff that gives health.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's quite a few cards now that are giving health. I would say you play this, next turn play True Silver, trade it into something, attack with True Silver. Now you've killed 2 things, and you get Divine Shield again. Like, there's so many Divine Shield buffs, too, that you can take advantage of.
Yeah, you can also sit, like, because of Call to Arms on 3 on the coin, you can consistently pull out the Righteous Protector to protect this as well. So you can guarantee that it could stick, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see, but this would be a pretty cool card. I mean, it can get kind of
it also dodges a straight Dustbreaker onto the board, and Priest can't directly remove it with any of their spells.
It's
pretty neat.
It's got potential.
I think jury's out on that one.
That's a lot of these cards. Like we don't know what the meta is going to be.
Yeah, well, because we'll have a whole new meta.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of a whole new meta, this has something to do with it actually. If a Worgen Abomination is a 7-mana 6/6 epic, at the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to all other damaged minions.
It's a cool card.
That's a cool card, and it's
cool.
It's pretty big. It basically kind of replaces Sleep with the Fishes if you're a warrior.
Very expensive Sleep with the Fishes.
Yeah, it is a Baron Geddon that is 1,200 dust cheaper.
Yeah, and like doesn't target everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm sure if there's like not a rush, like a control type warrior, this will be played in it.
Yeah,
people try it.
This would be cool. I mean, like, with the Death Knight, you hero power, and then this will deal damage to everything else. Like.
Yeah, well, plus you can make it so that you're, if you have a healthy board, this doesn't hurt you like Baron Geddon does.
Yeah, and hypothetically, it's all 6/6 for 7 mana that does something the turn that it gets out of the board isn't the worst.
Yeah, it's actually very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of the slow cards that we've seen are.
Speaking of warriors and epics, we have another one. It's the Town Crier, a 1-mana 1/2 with Battlecry. Draw a rush minion from your deck. This card's insanely good.
I think this is the best warrior card printed that they have so far. For
this
top 2. This is top 2 for me.
Warrior got a lot of rush cards, including one of their legendaries. So you can just yank one out of your deck with this thing. And so basically, maybe Tempo Warrior is coming back.
You get a 1/2 that draws you a card turn 1. Like, we were talking how good the Librarian was. I mean, this is tutor. This is specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is targeted draw. Yeah.
And with how strong Warrior is going to be potentially curving out with rush minions, it's all around good. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I mean, if Rush Warrior is bad, this card's not as good. But if Rush Warrior is at all good, this is going to be amazing.
The thing is, I think it has potential though because of how good the rush cards are.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe there's like a deck that earns 1 or 2 rush cards. That's it, and then this will just draw them.
This is one of the highest rated cards on Hearthstone top decks, by the way. Got 4.8 out of 5.
So, are we gonna make some early predictions that card's the Trogzor?
No, I don't want to. But I want to make an early prediction.
You don't want to back yourself into a corner?
I want to make an early prediction that this is the cutest card in this set by far. The Totem Cruncher has a 4-mana 2/3 Shaman Beast. It's an epic. It has Taunt. Battlecry, destroy your totems and gain +2/+2 for each destroyed. Actually,
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. It's very.
It's not going to see play.
It's a porcupine.
I don't know. I feel like maybe in 2 or 3 years, there's going to be some unstoppable totem
when
deck.
there's so many ridiculously good totem cards because they've been forcing the archetype for years, then we'll see it.
Well, we
crazy.
definitely see like a trend of them putting out cards that are synergized around class identity rather than a certain archetype.
Yeah, I mean, like, imagine you play with someone's Alakir, and then you play this, destroy their totems.
Yeah.
They have a big dude Alakir and a 5/5.
I think it would be hilarious if it says destroy all totems.
Yeah, that would just be ridiculous.
All right, moving on. To another legendary, a neutral one. Countess Ashmore, 7 mana for a 6/6 Battlecry. Draw a Rush, Lifesteal, and Death Rattle of a card for your deck. This card is disgusting.
Curator 2.0.
Curator 2.0, indeed. You will definitely...
this and the Curator.
I'm sure you could find... well, in Wild you can do that. In Standard you can't, but at least I'm sure you could find a minion with each of these keywords to put in your deck to play this guy.
There's something interesting to note about this that one of the devs tweeted about. So say you're playing this card in Priest and you have 2 statues in your deck. It'll count one of the statues as the Lifesteal minion and another statue as the Death Rattle minion.
So you get to draw. So 7 mana, draw 2 Obsidian statues and maybe another guy.
Yeah.
Gross.
So if you have cards with multiple keywords, it'll pull one keyword for one and the other keyword for the other.
Yeah, probably goes Rush first, gets it, then Lifesteal, then gets it.
It'll go in the order.
Yeah, I definitely see this card getting played.
And I knew she was a dragon just looking at her. And when the animation which comes out, dragon wings come.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, moving on to a mage spell, a mage draw spell for 2 mana. Book of Specters. Draw 3 cards. Discards any spells drawn. So
this card worries me. This card worries me a lot.
Spiteful Mage, is that what you're thinking?
I mean, 2 mana, draw 3.
Giants Mage. Giants.
Oh, wild. Okay.
This is 2 mana. This is 2 mana. Draw 3 giants.
Yeah, kind of gross. This is kind of good. 2 mana, draw 3.
We'll have to see though. I mean, they have enough to
Giants Mage is already starting to kind of become a thing because Ice Block's a good card. So we'll see. This is my top card to watch out for because this could be problematic in the right deck.
If it's a Zoo Mage or a Minion type Mage, 2 mana, draw 3 cards is really good.
Yep. Elemental Mage, you're mostly running Elemental, so very consistently you're going to be getting what you need.
Yeah, I think this card has potential, especially in a Minion or Tempo-based Mage deck.
Yeah.
I will eat my words if that's the Trogzor of the set.
And here comes a card based on Monsters, Inc. The 6 mana for the Mossy Horror is an epic 2/7 neutral minion. Battlecry, destroy all other minions with 2 or less attack.
This is so good. 2 mana more for a Shadow Word Horror.
Yep.
Yeah, and a guy.
My initial thought was that this card is a hot pile of garbage, but the more I thought about it, the more I actually like this card.
This is so good. And with Lady in White.
Oh, disgusting.
6 mana, 7/7, destroy your opponent's Spreading Plague.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my god. This comes out the turn after they play Spreading Plague too. It's the same mana cost, so this is such a good card.
Also, he looks like the guy from Monsters, Inc.
Oh,
He
yeah.
does.
If the flavor text doesn't involve Monsters, Inc. or the voice lines don't involve it, I'm going to be disappointed. Missed opportunity.
Gotcha. Moving on to a warrior minion, a 5 mana Fetcherroot Hulk is a 2/7 rare minion. After a friendly minion attacks, it gains +1 attack.
Now, this is a cool card.
Especially for a rush centric deck, this guy may be your finisher.
Because you can have it's not like Magic where everything attacks at the same time. This is one at a time. So
he could get a lot of buffs in one turn.
He can get +3 or 4. On a normal turn, you can get +3 or 4 attack each turn. And if it has 7 health, so it's hard to kill. So this is a really cool card.
So yeah, I agree with you on that one. My only problem is you need to have a board already established because otherwise you're playing a 5 mana 2/7.
Yeah, I mean, with Rush,
you need to be able to buff this guy up the turn he shows up. That way he doesn't just get taken down.
I mean, like, imagine you play him, attack a couple times, and the next turn play some Rush guys, and then he's good to go.
Gotcha.
If I can kill this with a 2-mana removal spell, or if I can steal this with Cabal Shadow Priest, then you're running into problems there.
And that is a minute.
All right, moving on to another epic card. Excuse me. The Splintering Fester Root. It's an 8-mana, 4/4 epic minion with Death Rattle. Summon 2/2/2 Splitting Saplings. So if you're watching the live stream, you can see here. So a Splitting Sapling is a 3-mana 2/2 that splits into 2 1/1s, and the 1/1s are just 1-mana 1/1s. So you got
it's the Russian Nussing Dolls into a card.
It is the world's stickiest minion.
I actually, there's a Facebook group I'm on. They have a thing called Fan Made Friday. I made this card exactly, but it was Hydra's 8-mana 4/4 that made 2/2s that made 1/1s, and everyone told me that it was like they were making fun of me and all this other stuff. And I'm like, no, this is a cool card. I saw this,
and there you go.
And I was like, yes, I'm gonna play this card. I mean, who knows if it's good or not, but
yeah,
it's like they can't kill it.
It's just it's so sticky.
My one issue with it is it's 8 mana. I want an 8-mana card to impact the board right away, or help me
Priest, this Coffin Crasher, or in Rogue there's a card that summons a 1/1 copy of a minion from your hand. There's ways to cheat this out.
Oh my god, yeah! If you got a 1/1 of this, that would be disgusting.
Or imagine with that doll maker guy, you draw it, you get a 1/1.
Oh,
this could be pretty cool.
This card's great if you're not playing it on turn 8.
I would say this card has high potential, so this could see some play.
All right, that's a minute.
Moving on to the second Rogue Legendary. If you remember, what was it? Face Taker?
Face Collector.
Face Collector was the first one. This is the second one. 8 mana for Tess Greymane. She's a 6/6. Battlecry. Replay every card from another class you've played this game. Targets chosen randomly. So it's a Yogg for every card. He says the Yogg for every card you burgle.
Choose what goes into it.
This card completes Burgle, Rogue, and Wild. Like this, I think this will actually make it a viable deck.
Is there enough? Yeah, but is there enough?
Yes.
Is there enough cards in Standard?
There's
towards this.
In Standard, it's a little harder.
You need like 3 or 4 alpha if you get a good turn with that card.
I think it's a really powerful ability that's too inconsistent on the account of unless the cards you getting are discovered ones that you had a real hand in picking, then like you can get some. You
have hallucination.
Yeah, I'm seeing she can accidentally play some stuff that you didn't want her to play. Is what I'm
imagine you get this is wild, I guess, but you get like Dragon and Operative, or you get some like really good statted minions, and you just play them throughout the game. Late game, you drop this, you fill your board with minions because it's every card. Or if you get like a good weapon, you get the weapon too.
Yeah,
as you saw on the stream.
It'll play every card. The one thing that's super nice about this is you get to choose what goes into it. So say you burgle a card that's not good. You don't have to play it, so it doesn't have to go into her pool of cards that she's going to do.
Yeah.
The other nice thing about this card is if it kills itself, it doesn't stop casting cards.
That's true. It keeps going. Yeah. All right.
Okay. I'll let us go past a minute, but we had to talk about this.
It's worth it. That's worth it.
So onto another rogue card that deals with Burgle. The Blink Fox is a 3-mana 3/3 beast. Common. Battlecry, add a random card to your hand from your opponent's class. So 3-mana 3/3 draw card. Gross.
Yeah, you don't take a stat sacrifice for the effect. And on 3, a 3/3 is not bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm saying like 3's getting a little crowded in Rogue, but like you don't have to. You can play this over SI, I suppose. You know,
if you're playing Burgle Rogue, you're playing this.
Yeah.
In Tempo Rogue, maybe.
In Miracle Rogue, definitely not.
If you want some extra gas.
Well, in Miracle Rogue, maybe if you wanted to tune your deck more for control, you would put this in over the SIs. But SI is just so good.
Yeah. Rogue needs to be able to deal with Paladin, and SI helps deal with Paladin. So
and that's a minute.
So maybe this will get some play as a tech choice.
Yeah.
Moving on to the second Mage Legendary, Archmage Aragal. For those of you who don't know, he was the final boss of Shadowfang Keep, which was one of the first dungeons you run in World of Warcraft. It's 2 mana for a 2/2. Whenever you draw a minion, add a copy of it to your hand. So it just keeps giving you gas, basically. So this guy is like the ultimate gas.
So I found out something interesting for you WoW fans. You can correct me on if I fudge any of this. Apparently, the Book of Specters was used by Archmage Aragal.
That is correct, actually. That is correct.
Nice. I knew something about World of Warcraft.
Nice. So
It's a pretty cool card.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Especially play the Book of Specters and draw 3 minions. Now you draw 6 minions instead.
Can I just mention this is like the most insane mage arena legendary ever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can compare this card to like a more conditional Chromagus, but Chromagus was so expensive that you could hardly ever get cards in your hand with it. You're guaranteed to get some cards out of this later on.
Oh yeah,
I think
that's time.
Yeah, very cool. So he'll be played if a minion-centric mage is viable, along with Book of Specters.
I think there's potential for it.
Speaking of mage
cards like this.
Speaking of mage minions, Bonfire Elemental is a 5 mana 5/5 elemental. It's a rare mage only minion. Battlecry. If you played an elemental last turn, draw a card. So this is an alternate to the one that lets you discover an elemental.
Yeah, I mean, like you could play both of those.
You could play both.
Honestly.
Yeah. I think this is conditionally better because there are some bad elementals.
Yeah, that's true. There's also some really, really good, especially new ones too, though.
I mean, 5/5 is always good.
Yeah, and because Discover goes off class bias, you're going to see this card a little more often than not.
So it's basically a bigger Azure Drake with a condition and no spell damage.
Yeah.
I think it's got potential to get played.
I mean, at the time, a lot of the reason you were playing Azure Drake was for the card draw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on to another major archetype, Secrets. So this minion is a epic. It's Arcane Keysmith, 4 mana for a 2/2. Battlecry, discover a secret, and put it in the battlefield. Okay, discover a secret is insanely powerful.
Ice Block died for this. Ice Block died for this card.
Ice Block died for this card.
And in Wild, it just got now you have
a bajillion ice
6,
blocks.
You can have 6 ice blocks now.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard people say you slap this right in a Secret Mage.
I don't see why you wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, secrets.
Like there's still free secrets, and like there's ones that you can pull that you don't have. You know.
I mean, it's so good. I mean, if you're playing a control deck, get Counterspell, or get something that if you're playing aggro, you can get the
runes.
6 damage. Yeah, like it's a good card.
The big thing is because it's Discover, you're not guaranteed to get what you want.
Also,
why don't you just run the secret that you want? That's the argument. For
I guess
I think this is just to run extra copies.
Yeah. It's a value card.
I think downside is it's a 2/2.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you're getting a 3 mana spell put into play.
Okay.
I mean, you're getting a 1 mana 2/2 at that point.
I actually think this next card is pretty insane. And,
this card is
Witchwood
it right now.
Witchwood Piper.
I will go onto my deathbed.
Witchwood Piper
for this card.
A 4 mana neutral minion. It's a rare 3 attack, 3 health. Battlecry, draw the lowest cost minion from your deck. That's like so good.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends. Like, if you run 2 like this, 1 other minion. I mean, everyone's saying this is Barnes. I'm like,
but what low minion do you want? I guess is the thing. I think it's more for
if you're playing this in a combo deck, and your combo revolves around
minions,
Sorcerer's Apprentices for
Wait, are you saying this could be in Quest Mage?
Quest Mage, Exodia Mage, like it's gonna pull them out of your deck.
So you can at least guarantee your Sorcerer's Apprentices.
Yeah.
I mean, anything that thins out the deck is nice.
This would be pretty good in even if it's like a lowest cost minion. What if I just wonder what happens if there's a tie?
Then I think it would be random.
Random from the pool. That makes sense.
Yeah, and that's a minute.
Very cool. All right, moving on to the second Druid card we've talked about tonight. Druid of the Scythe is a 3 mana 2/2 minion. That's common. Choose one, transform into a 4/2 with Rush or a 2/4 with Taunt. So again, keeping with the class identity of Druid is having choice.
Isn't this pretty much already a minion, except it's charge, not rush?
Yes, it was a minion. No, it was.
Are you thinking Druid of the Claw?
You're thinking Druid.
No,
you're thinking Druid of the Flame. You're thinking Druid of the Flame.
Because a 4/2 with stealth. 4/2 with stealth, or a 2/1 with charge. That's what it is.
Oh, Druid of the.
Okay.
No,
Druid of the Saber.
3/2 with stealth.
Yeah, Druid of the Saber.
Druid of the Saber.
Yeah, no, it's not
Okay.
that. It's close. It reminds me more of Druid of the Flame, which was you get a 4/2 cat or a 2/5 hawk.
Yeah, and that one didn't see too much play.
It did not.
So
No. I mean, Druid is not looking too hot, but this is a pretty good Druid arena card at least. So maybe.
That's a minute.
So maybe this card gets played in an arena. Maybe it makes it into like Wild Aggro Druid, but that will probably be it.
Yeah.
Moving on to another Druid card, playing off the large hand mechanic. Bewitched Guardian is a rare 5-mana 4/1 with taunt. Battlecry, gain +1 health for each card in your hand. So basically, it's a taunting Twilight Drake for Druid.
Yeah. I mean, we saw in the live stream today. I mean, hand Druid could be good. I mean, it's obviously
Druid does have a lot of card draw anyway.
It's the live stream. You can't put too much stock into it.
I mean, they weren't playing meta decks, but I mean, it was cool to see this become like a 4/9. I mean, with 4/9 with taunt's pretty good.
Yeah, it's very big. Yeah, anything I think above like five cards makes this thing disgusting.
Yeah.
I think it's like marginally good. There are a lot of Druid draw cards. Let's see. I think like large hand might be a thing, but I'm not too sure.
Let's revisit that in a month and a half.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On to another Druid card. Ferocious Howl is a 3-mana and a common spell. Draw a card, gain 1 armor for each card in your hand. Why would I play this over all the other armor gain cards that Druid has access to?
This is like
a worse choose your. It's worth what was the choose your path card? Is it like a worse branching path? I'd rather I'd rather pay the 1 extra mana.
Let me put the silver lining on this card. This is a ridiculously busted shield block.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, you could gain 10 armor with it instead of.
But you still have so many other armor gain cards like Earth and Scales.
Well, that's you. Yeah, it'd be 10 mana.
Armor. Yeah, you can get a lot of armor a lot of other ways. I don't know why you would use this and have to rely on your hand being pretty large. So I think I'll give this one a pass.
Yeah. Someone on Reddit was quick to point out that was the card that Dog revealed, and the card has a shirtless dog.
That's a good point.
That's cool.
It's gotta be good, right?
Yeah, right. Onto a Paladin card. Paragon of Light's a 3-mana 2/5 rare minion. While this minion has 3 or more attack, it has taunt and lifesteal.
This card fascinates me. I love this card.
I like things like this that like the cards if it has X or more attack because that encourages buffing.
I think what makes this card even decent is that it's not a battle cry effect. Like this can happen any time.
And like imagine like if you play the Twilight Acolyte on it, give it 2 attack, and taunt and lifesteal are both gone. It's like you could mess around with this. It gives choices for both players. I think it's cool.
This into Defender of Argus, this with hand buff, this with any of the buff spells.
It's +1 attack, so there's plenty of ways to give it +1 attack.
Yeah.
Even the weapon that gives your minions +1 attack, I mean that could.
Yeah, it's good enough. Yeah.
We had to.
Yep.
All right, so maybe this sees some play. It's at least good enough for arena.
If you want a 3rd and 4th Corpse Taker in your deck, that's the card for you.
All right, now to a card that I'm sure pretty much everybody's talking about. Shaman Legendary, 9-mana 6/6, the Shudder Walk.
This is my favorite card of the whole set.
Repeat all battle cries from cards you played this game, targets chosen randomly. Now, this card really got out of control in a big way on today's live stream. Do I think that can happen in real life? Maybe.
I mean, with the Chain Gang, easily. You play a couple of Chain Gangs.
Someone mentioned this has synergies with the that basic card, the one that's the 5-mana 3/3 that deals 4 damage to the opponent.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of things you do with this.
So like you play a couple of those, you grumble them back to your hand, replay them, have Shudderwalk come out, and that's 16 damage right there.
If you manage to somehow play this in Wild in a Jade, you can summon a million Jades.
Yeah. You use this is the card that Grumble. This guy and Grumble are going to be best of friends.
Oh yeah.
This is the card Cold Light Oracle died for.
Actually,
one of. Yeah, so I think this card has insanely high potential, but we'll have to see what happens.
Why is it on a dragon?
It's not because it's a Jabberwocky, not a dragon. Playing along with that, the Baleful Banker is 2-mana 2/2 epic minion. Battle Cry. Choose a friendly minion. Shuffle a copy into your deck. I think this card is really, really good.
Yeah,
I like this one.
They took the mage card. They're like, yeah, this should be neutral.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. So you're gonna play this over Manic Soulcaster, or maybe you play both if you want to just completely outvalue someone.
Yeah, just have like a bajillion copies or something.
Yeah.
This actually has potential in Quest Rogue.
The problem is it goes into your deck.
Yeah, I mean, but you have draw in that deck, so it's not like you won't draw cards.
But I mean, with Quest Rogue, you want stuff to come out right away. You want to have the
This would be
resources
cool
in
in
your hands to
Warlock.
play.
You toss a copy of like a Void Alert or something, and if you're in a lackey, you draw your Void
Oh,
Alerts.
yeah. So that way you won't miss lackeys or skulls. I guess that's a good point.
This is another one of those has a lot of potential cards.
There's plenty of cards that have deck manipulation at this point.
He also looks like that. He also looks like that guy from Courage the Cowardly Dog. If anyone gets what I'm talking about,
He does. Wow. All right, that's a minute.
All right, moving on to a Shaman spell, a 0-mana one. What? Okay, it's a common. It's called Zap. Deal 2 damage to a minion. Overload 1. This card is extremely good. The Shaman did need this.
I mean, I don't think it should have Overload. I mean, they gave it.
Yes, it definitely should.
Really, Shaman's in a weird place right now. It's not
even though it can't go face, like 0 mana to deal 2 damage to a minion is pretty good.
Like this is just a backstab with Overload.
Backstab had a non-damage. So this actually
unconditional. This is like unconditional though.
That deserves Overload. Okay.
Yeah. So I think this card's good. I think this is going to be seen in Shaman for a good while.
I think so. Maybe this is just the wild mentality in me. This card is fair. And
it is fair.
You have to do unfair things.
But it could also be because of your hero power, a 0 mana, 3 damage to something.
Yeah, that's true.
Now for a card another spell that people are talking about a lot. Curse of Weakness is a Warlock spell for 2 mana with Echo. It's a rare. Give all enemy minions -2 attack until your next turn. Now this card This card wasn't good.
Void Ripper.
Yeah, this card wasn't good until it said until your next turn. I read it. I'm like, how is this card? Oh, until your next turn.
This
and I'm like, holy
with
Jesus.
Void Ripper can kill any minion with 6 attack or less.
It could completely stall a turn out.
Yeah, I mean, against aggro, this you can completely shut off their next turn, or like I said, Void Ripper. Play 2 of these. Play Void Ripper. You clear the board.
That's yeah.
That's crazy.
Kills any minion with 4 or more attack, or if you do it on turn 10 or turn 9, kills any minion with 6 or more, or 6 or less attack.
Gross.
Yeah, like this. It's 2 mana, so like you can play it early game, play it late game. Like
thankfully, Warlock doesn't have a way to reduce cost of spells.
Yeah, it even allows for efficient trading, which is really, really good.
Yeah.
This isn't broken. I just think the state Warlocks in currently, this is just going to put them way over the top, I think.
All right, moving on to a Hunter card. Apparently, Hunter got the dragon, the dragon stack this expansion. Carrion Drake's a 5-mana 3/7 dragon rare for Hunter. Battle Cry: if a minion dies during game, poisonous. I don't understand what this card is for.
So dragon it's a theme. So Emrys is a fallen dragon of Ysera, and they're all like polluted by Hagatha, so they're like apparently they're hunters.
I see.
That's the flavor.
But what hunter am I playing this in?
None.
A new kind of hunter.
None. I think no kind of hunter will play this card.
No,
this could see play. I mean, a 3/7 with poisonous is pretty good. That's that spider. This is like
and you have cards like Scaleworm, the 4-mana 4/4. Gain +1 attack and rush if you're holding a dragon.
I could see a dragon hunter being played. I mean, I don't know how good it'll be, but I could definitely. They have enough now to do it.
Well, especially in Wild. We're always going to be getting new dragons in sets. It's a guarantee.
That's a minute.
This is a card that could get better with time.
I know. I just see this card as being quite bad. Moving on to another Shaman card with Echo. The Ghostlight Angler is a 2-mana 2/2 Murloc with Echo, which is just exactly what your Quest Shaman deck needed.
I love this card.
No, it literally did need that though.
Yeah, it actually did. I'm not even joking.
I love this card. This is so cool. I love Murlocs.
Yeah, because you
This is really
lost, you lose call in the finishers, but you get this guy.
You're also losing every fin is well. We lost every fin is awesome.
Yeah,
back in the
A while ago.
yeah.
I mean, like, just play a bunch of Murlocs. Give War Leader. I mean, you can drop 2 or 3 of these.
It's good to see. Yeah, it's good. It's good to see that like Murlocs are like Shaman is still like supposed to be the Murloc class.
I'm just surprised that
just like every expansion gets dragons, every expansion is going to be getting Murloc.
Of course, and Shaman's going
It's a guarantee.
and Shaman's going to get one. That's for sure.
this is a cool way to incorporate it. Like it's like a ghost Murloc.
Yeah,
Very, very cool.
it's thematic.
All right, onto a hunter card. It's a vile brood skitter is a 1/3 beast for 5 with poisonous and rush.
It bothers me they didn't put poisons on the bottom. That's just.
It bothers me
just
that
weird.
it only has 3 health and it costs 5 mana.
This is just
It's single target hunter removal.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
but-
is just
Yeah, but why not just play like the thing that costs 1 to deal 4 to something?
well, this could
I mean-
kill anything.
Yeah, it can kill anything. That's
That's a good point. Well, something that anything without divine shield.
or
Some can have a
or
100, 100
not getting blocked by
Cocoon,
Taunt.
and this is just like
This will
I'm
be
gonna
the
bite you your time.
it's like
The
bites-
other
bites you.
interesting thing with this is because Build a Beast is going to be getting revamped and they're adding in all the old cards and all the new ones. This will be in Build a Beast.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. I just don't think it's going to be seen in like a standard deck. I think it's just more buildable.
well, I mean, like we talked about last episode. You know, some cards are just made for interactions with other cards.
yeah,
So this could just be used in.
it's an
just
okay.
because of
It's an okay arena card too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one.
it-
All right, moving on to a priest minion, 2 mana for a 2/1 squashling with Echo. Battlecry restore 2 health. So I think this card's actually okay, minus the fact that it has 1 health. But I understand why it has 1 health.
Raza died for this card.
Raza did die for this card.
This plus Embrace the Shadows would
This
have
machine
been
kills.
like,
Would kill somebody.
yeah, you could OTK with this.
Yeah. I don't see this really getting played in standard over some of the other good quality priest 2-drops though.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, with
art's
Akanai,
cool.
you could. If
Art's
Akanai lived, you could play 2 or 3 of these, clear the board, and now you have a big
Yeah.
board.
Well, this can put the damage to the face too. Is the thing.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
very true.
Velen,
We'll see.
good Velen fodder too, I guess, if Velen lives.
It's a cool card.
We'll
And-
see. It's got potential.
All right.
I
now
talked about also an Echo card that dealt damage, and everyone said it'd be too broken.
Well-
they found a way to incorporate it.
somewhat. In a roundabout way, yes, they did. Now on to more dragon synergies. Wormguard is a 7 mana, 3/11 neutral minion. Battlecry, if you're holding a dragon, gain +1 attack and taunt. So it's a giant. What was that? What was that 4 mana
Sleepy
card?
Dragon.
Not Sleepy Dragon.
Tarlord.
Oh, you mean the dragon?
Yeah, the dragon that got +1 attack and taunt if you had a dragon in your hand.
Oh, Twilight Guardian.
Twilight Guardian. So it's a bigger Twilight Guardian. And that card got
Cool
played,
card.
but I think 7
It's a cool
mana might
card.
be too much.
Yeah, it goes back to if I'm playing a 7-drop or an 8-drop, I want it to help me win the game.
Yeah. It's a cool card, though. I mean, it's cool to see the dragon love. I
Yeah,
like dragons.
I love dragons. I will love dragons. So any card related to dragons, I will mess around with, and I will have a very good time doing it, even if I lose.
That's a minute.
Now on to the second of the Paladin legendaries. Prince Liam's a 5 mana 5/5. Battlecry. Transform all 1-cost cards in your deck into legendary minions. So this hits
That's a good card.
cards. 1-cost cards. So that all
Yeah.
secrets, minions. All 1-drops, minions. So it's
Yeah.
like this card
This is
might
cool.
be okay. I don't. My only issue is there are still bad legendaries.
I'm not sold on it, but it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take a bad legendary over, a random secret that's not going to do anything at all for me later on. So
Yeah. The problem is in standard, there's a lot of bad secrets.
yeah, I mean, you have to run back cards.
You're going to
for it.
be crowding up your deck with a lot of 1-drops.
All right.
So
Yeah, I don't think this guy is gonna get played. I gotta be honest with you.
I wish this was deck in hand though. So like if you had
Yeah,
a jailer,
yeah.
Oh, that'd be
And,
I
like,
crazy.
think
put them all
it'd be
in.
better if it was deck in hand.
That'd be kind of crazy. Moving on to Vicious Scale Hide, which is a neutral 2-mana 1/3 beast with Lifesteal and Rush. So this card was paired with Dire Frenzy and got really out of hand and on the live stream today.
This card was paired with a lot of things and got out of hand.
I think this card
This is cool.
This is a good hunter card for sure. Like, not that you don't have choices at 2 mana for minions, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it synergizes with a lot of the things that a lot of, tempo decks are trying to do. So
yeah,
I can see this in a lot of cases. Hunter's probably the best one by a long shot, but it's got combos elsewhere.
Yeah, this is a cool card.
yeah, I think
This
this
is
has
also
potential.
This is also Build a Beast fodder as well, and it's insane.
Oh yeah, Lifesteal Rush.
Build a Beast
Ugh,
fodder.
yeah, for 2 mana, that's really good. All right, moving on to the Ghostly Charger, which is a 5-mana Paladin beast. That's a 3/4 and has Divine Shield and Rush.
But it's called Ghostly Charger, but it doesn't have charge.
Does not have charge.
It's Ghostly Rush.
0 out of 10 trash card.
Literally unplayable. Literally unplayable.
No, this is basically a smaller Argent Crusader.
Yeah, which I'd almost rather play that because I can go face with it.
Yeah, but
this is cool though. This is cool.
Yeah, but this at least like lives after it loses its shield.
Yeah.
Like, Argent Crusader.
I wish it costs 4 mana though.
Yeah,
It's a class card, so it should be a little more powerful.
it's cool. It's really, really insane with hand buffs. Really insane with hand buffs.
Yeah.
Just because it's so efficiently statted. This will trade 2 for 1 in a lot of cases, especially if you buff it.
Yeah.
If you're just slotting this into your deck just cause, I don't know.
That's a minute.
Yeah, I think this card isn't gonna is like a good arena card, but not gonna see standard play, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Moving on
unless something comes out.
Moving on to a Shaman spell for 1 mana, Blazing Invocation lets you discover a Battlecry minion. This card might
This is
be
awesome.
good.
They said Shaman was gonna get good spells, and they weren't kidding. This is a good card.
Yeah. No overload either, which is nice.
Yeah, I think this is kind of along the lines of the Rogue card, kind of along the lines of Hallucination, but I think you can get some good stuff with this.
I mean, it is Discover, so it's only gonna be Shaman cards, but
Get Grumble.
yeah, there's a lot of really good
get
battle
Grumble,
cards.
get Grumble, get another Shudderwalk, get
Or a Wild, you can get another,
Calamos, yeah,
J Claw.
yeah,
Jade-Claw,
get Jade anything, yeah.
Well,
Really good.
it's minion.
Oh, it's Minion. Never mind.
Yeah, so you can't get claws. You
Okay.
can get Spirit, you could get the
You
Chieftain.
can get Aya.
You can get
Yeah,
Aya. Yeah, that's
any of
cool.
the elementals are probably pretty
Because
decent.
those are considered class
I'm gonna
cards
play this
too.
in
So.
I'm gonna play this in an elemental shaman.
Yeah, I think this
'Cause
card
it
is
seems
actually
like-
really, really
it
good.
seems like what shaman is gonna end up being, in my opinion.
It gives you draw without
That's a
having to.
minute.
It gives you draw without having to play Mad Tide Totem, so that's always
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah, and that's something a shaman struggles with.
So Paladin did get a secret this expansion. It's an epic one. Hidden Wisdom is a 1 mana Paladin secret. It says after your opponent plays 3 cards in a turn, draw 2 cards.
I think
This
these play
might-
3 cards is pretty cool.
I think this, and if a control Paladin and build is good, this might be in it.
Even in Agromirs.
Yeah,
Like, they play a
Oh
couple
yeah,
cards.
yeah.
You draw 2 cards on their opponent's turn, so you get 3 cards from the
Yeah,
start.
like in
Sure.
Magic, and other card games playing, drawing cards off turn is so powerful, and this is like the first
Yeah.
time I've seen this.
yeah. No, you can play this in a lot of different decks.
I mean, like I said last week, the fact that this is around, people have to play around it, even if you don't have the card in your deck.
It's like, I can only play 2 cards this turn.
Yeah, this also makes you rethink how you're going to play around secrets, just because you have to play around this card so differently than all the other Paladin secrets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. All right, so Earth and Might is a 2-mana shaman spell. It's a rare. It says give you a mana +2/+2. If it's an elemental, add a random elemental to your hand. So it gives you gas in an elemental shaman deck, basically.
Yeah, I was going to say, so
That's
you're
cool.
going to play this in an elemental shaman, so 99% of the time you're going to be getting a random elemental, and elementals for the most part are actually pretty good.
And the shaman ones are very good.
Yeah,
Like, you
but I
have,
mean,
like,
it's
Grumble.
random, so you could get some of the mage ones too.
Yeah, you can get like Grumble, Earth Ellie, Calamos.
There's also really good priest elementals as well.
There's tons of good elementals you can get. There's tons of bad ones you can get, but like I would be happy with getting
Like,
any kind of
what's
thing.
the worst one that you could get? Like the
Firefly.
Firefly's
still
not even
good.
that bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I was. Do you even hate getting Firefly?
Even
No.
like murmuring elemental's like the dream. He's like, oh, free murmuring
I mean-
elemental, please.
I think
All elemental
the
decks care
worst
about
one
is
is probably
playing
the priest 5-mana 5/8.
Yeah, that's
only,
not a very
that
good
can only
one.
attack when it's
I
full
mean, you
health.
can't heal that up.
Yeah,
But I mean, like, all these decks care about are playing elementals previous turn.
yeah,
So who
yeah,
cares?
yeah.
So this aids in your tempo. So maybe if Elemental Shaman's card is good, this will be in it. All right, back to the dragon inboard. Swamp Dragon 8 is a 1-mana 0/3 that says Death Rattle, add a random dragon to your hand.
This is cool, but it's easily the worst egg, I think.
Yeah, like
Because it doesn't affect the board.
it doesn't affect the board, and you don't get immediate value. You don't get like value out of it immediately.
And most dragons cost a lot, so like if they kill us early, you have a dragon in your hand. I mean, it's not saying it's bad, but like
Yeah, I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure what kind of deck you play this in. Is the thing.
You know what deck you play this in? Do you guys remember Kibler's Dragon Hand Buff Paladin?
Oh, we have to play that in Wild though.
Yeah.
I'll pass. I think it's a hard pass for me there.
I mean,
Yeah.
getting a dragon, they're always powerful. So I mean, adding a dragon here is pretty
Yeah,
good.
there's not a lot of bad dragons.
All right. Yeah, so I don't see this card getting played a whole bunch, unfortunately.
Probably not.
All right, so Cinderstorm's a mage spell for 3 mana. It's a rare. Deal 5 damage split randomly among all enemies, so it's a larger arcane missiles.
A much better Avenging Wrath as well.
A much better Avenging
Yeah.
Wrath also. It's a cheaper Avenging Wrath, basically.
Yeah.
'Cause what that was, like,
I still don't
6
think it
guys?
makes the cut, but it's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. I just don't know what mage I'm going to put this in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other 3 costs.
Arena is really
spells I'd
good.
rather play.
Arena's really good. That's about it, though. So moving
Yeah.
on.
That's cool arena.
Next up is a Curio Collector, which is a 5-mana mage minion. It's a 4/4. Whenever you draw a card, gain +1/+1.
This is cool. There's
Yeah.
a lot of draw cards in Mage.
Cold Oracle died for this card.
Cool.
Yeah.
But you still have Alaneth.
You love
Yeah, I
Luna.
mean,
Oh my god,
Alaneth
Luna
or,
this makes it. Even Arcane
You play
Intellect is good enough.
What is it? I can't remember. I'm named the 2/3 that draws you a secret. That's still drawing a card.
Does
Yep,
that count?
Arcanos.
Do they confirm that counts or no?
It says draw a secret from your deck.
Oh.
Whenever you draw any card, whenever you
this
draw
card-
a card from your deck.
This card is
Yeah,
actually pretty good.
There's a lot of cards that draw you cards. So
Yeah.
this is pretty cool.
I think this. Okay, well now I know
This is
that.
a much better. Or was it the Reporter? The 5-mana 4.
Daring Reporter, yeah.
The 4-mana 3/3.
Oh, the 3/3? Yeah. So
So much better Daring Reporter. Yeah, I agree with that. All right, moving on to Marshdrake, which is a 3-mana 5/4 dragon. Battlecry, summon a 2/1 poisonous Drake Slayer for your opponent.
I love this card.
This card's gross, especially
The
since
flavor on this card is super spicy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
'cause
this card's ridiculously overstated.
This is gonna be in Rogue. This is gonna be in Mage. This is gonna be
And
in
one health.
Hunter.
Yeah, one health is so
Hunter,
easy to remove.
Dragon Hunter.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. I love the dragons that like the overstated dragons that summon something for your opponent. But this one I think is the best one.
Quest Druid. It's another 3
It's
drop.
another 3-drop with
Quest.
5 attack. Yeah.
You pull this out with Oaken Summons. It's a 4 mana, get a 5/4 and gain 6
That's
mana.
pretty good.
That's pretty good, actually. Yeah.
This is a really good card. I think this is going to be one of the best cards from the set.
It's a common too.
Yeah.
Somebody clip that, by the way. Somebody clip that. Best card in this set, so that we can use it to meme Ztdubz in a couple.
One of.
One of, yeah. Speaking of
So.
from a card that's maybe one of the best cards, a card that's probably not. Darkmire Moonkins, a 7-mana 2/8 neutral minion that gives spell damage +2. There's no way I'm ever playing this card.
Yeah, let's go to the next card.
I might play this one though. Rabid Worgen is a warrior minion for 3 mana, a 3/3 with rush.
Like I said, 3-mana 3/3s are good.
Yeah.
But would you play this over Frothing Berserker though? Sorry to rain on
in
your
a rush
parade.
deck.
You play it in addition to Frothing Berserker.
In a rush deck, I would.
Yeah, because Town Crier can pull this guy.
And I guess you have the 2-mana weapon, so you could turn this into a 5/4.
Yeah, this card's really good.
Maybe.
So maybe the return of Tempo Warrior, because
Maybe.
Warrior does need something.
I'm skeptical, but I'd like to be proven wrong.
Fair enough. Moving on to Tangle for Mystic, which is a 3-mana 3/4 neutral common. Battlecry, add a random 2-cost minion to each player's hand. I would never play this card.
I thought it was a 2-mana card, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
There's 3-mana 3/4. There's plenty of just vanilla 3-mana 3/4s.
Yeah, well, why do I ever want to give any kind of minion to my opponent that I have no knowledge of?
Yep.
So moving on.
It's cool.
It's cool-ish. Moving on to more 3-mana 3/3s. Hench Clan Thug is a 3-mana 3/3 neutral minion. It says after your hero attacks, give this minion +1/+1. This is it's okay. It's a good arena.
The decks you're going to be playing this in will be able to turn this into a 3-mana 3/3 or 3-mana 4/4.
That's not bad.
Basically, anytime it hits the board.
Yeah.
Probably the best in Rogue because you can like hold a charge over from turn 2.
Imagine this with Doomhammer though. I mean, that's the next level stuff.
Yeah, we're thinking
that just involves playing both of those cards in the same deck together.
That seems kind of insane to me.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this, then next turn play Blingtron, get the Doomhammer, and then we're in business. So.
All right. Moving on to a rebobson special, a.k.a. a priest card that's a dragon. Nightscale Matriarch is a 7-mana 4/9 dragon for priest. Whenever a friendly minion is healed, summon a 3/3 whelp.
This is a cool card.
It's a winged
Circle
edition.
of Healing. This with Circle of Healing is an instant board flood.
Yeah.
Hits.
Doesn't this like
this
obsolete?
Doesn't call Alana or whatever.
Doesn't this obsolete Dragon Soul in every way though?
Yeah, I think so. Well, no, maybe not. I mean, I think they're completely separate decks.
Yeah, I'd agree.
This will not go into the same one as
this will definitely get played though.
Yeah, I mean, like you heal itself, so you attack something, heal it. It summons a 3/3 because it's a friendly minion. It doesn't say other.
Yeah. The body's super hard to remove. It's gonna stick more often than not.
Yeah.
Wait,
it's pretty much inspire summon a 3/3.
We did say when it heals itself, it summons a 3/3, right?
Whenever it says friendly minion. Whenever friendly.
This is a friendly minion.
It doesn't say other, so yes, it would.
It says itself.
Yeah. So this is really good. I mean, this is a really cool card.
Yeah, the art is awesome. I want to see the golden for this one.
And imagine this with Lady in White.
Yeah, 7-mana 9/9.
I feel like that's going to be a really good deck.
Right, onto a less exciting priest card, in my opinion. Quartz Elemental is a 5-mana 5/8 elemental for priests that can't attack while it's damaged.
I still prefer Operative.
I would rather play Operative, but we don't have it, so.
Well, I do.
Well, yeah, you do. Okay, Standard does not have Operative.
You have it half the time. You have it half the time.
Yeah. I just don't see this card getting played. I mean, it's really big. It's really big.
So I'll play devil's advocate on this one. There needs to be some bad elementals to dilute the pool.
I guess this can. I guess this can keep Spiteful Priest alive in the case of this kid replaces the Operative in there.
I mean, it's a cool card. I mean, if they have to damage it, which they have to use source to keep it from attacking. And if they can't, they get punished and they get smacked in the face for 5 damage.
Yeah,
and it has 5 health. So I mean, if you can, this is really good for inner fire combos.
It's like an Earth Elemental, except with another drawback.
Yeah,
That's a minute.
All right, I'll come on the Discord after the show. We can keep talking about these cards.
All right, cool. So, Underpowered Ztdubz, a 4-mana 0/9 mech with Taunt. It's a neutral minion. I thought of one thing, and that's the Priest Legend, Lady in White, or Maiden in White.
Yeah.
So
it's a cool card.
say hello to a 4-mana 9/9.
I mean, if you draw it before you play her, though, it feels really...
Oh, that's very bad, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you still have, like, Divine Spirit, Inner Fire with this, like...
I guess
the problem is it's 0 attack.
I guess the problem is, it's like, did people play Public Defender? No, they're probably not going to play this.
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, it would be better if it didn't have Taunt. This sounds crazy, but if it was just a 0/9, they wouldn't attack it. But it's Taunt, so they have
if you're playing it in Priest, you got to know that they want a Divine Spirit, Inner Fire, do that kind of stuff to it. So, you're going to attack it either way. Okay. So it would have pseudo Taunt.
So I think this is for Priest. This is actually a Priest minion, and that only.
Yeah, maybe.
Moving on to a Rogue minion, Cutthroat Buccaneer. It's a 3-mana 2/4 pirate combo. Give your weapon +1 attack. So I think this card's okay. Like,
Tempo, Kingsbane.
It's a Kingsbane card.
It's a Kingsbane card, yeah.
Kingsbane round.
So when you replay your Kingsbane, you can give it +1 attack for sure.
Yeah.
I thought it had Echo though, because I looked away. I don't know why he had 2 of them.
Ridiculous.
And I was like, what?
So I'm thinking about this card for Wild, a Tempo Kingsbane Rogue, because this card is gonna proc Ship's Cannon. So
yep.
I don't see this in anything but where Kingsbane is not, this card is not.
The pirate synergies are super spicy, so
yeah, I think where Kingsbane is not and pirates are not, this card is not. So it's kind of like a hard pass.
When they're together, you will see this card.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a minute.
Moving on to a priest spell, Divine Hymn is a spell for 2 mana. It says restore 6 health to all friendly characters. So why would they do this?
What were they
thinking? Because it's a one have giant minions.
It's a one-sided circle for 2 mana.
Well, so here's the if it was all characters, it'd be stupid, like just flat out.
Yeah, it's all friendlies though, so it's a one-sided circle of healing.
Yeah,
you heal your face though.
So it's potentially at least
you heal
6
for
health.
yourself for 6. You heal all your minions for 6. So like
it could be a lot. Yeah, potentially this could be.
They're going to be like 88s, 99s, 77s.
So you're
make good trades. Play this. Heal yourself. Heal them back to full.
So you're maxing out on a full board. You can heal 54 health.
That's ridiculous.
So the thing to think about is the only sweepers that Priest is going to have is Spirit Lash, Holy Nova, and Psychic Scream. So they're going to have to play for the board using minions, and you might want a spell like this to help you keep board control to keep your board alive.
I just know I can tell you one thing. I know someone's going to accidentally play this with Alkanized Soul Priest out, and it's going to make for hilarious
That's
videos.
Going to be funny.
That's going to be the troll clip at the end of the troll.
Okay. On to Walnut Sprite, a 3 mana 3/3, keeping with the theme of 3 mana 3/3s. It's a common card and it has Echo.
Literally filler.
Literally a filler card.
I have a prediction that it won't be good, but there's going to be a summoning portal deck with this, and you're just going to fill the board with 3/3s.
Oh God.
That'd be pretty cool.
Oh my God. 3/3. Yeah. It's actually it's like a 4 mana 3/3 because you throw the summoning portal out and then this guy becomes free.
Summoning portal's 2 mana.
I thought it was 3.
No, it's 2 mana, 0/4. So you play that, and then you can just fill your board with 3. I mean, it won't be that. I don't think it'd be that good, but it'd be cool just to all of a sudden have a 2-card combo to fill your board with 3/3s.
Yeah, this is probably the only way that could happen.
Yeah.
Moving on. Speaking of warlocks, we have a 3 mana warlock minion, the Ratcatcher. It's a 2/2 with Rush. Battlecry, destroy a friendly minion and gain its attack and health. So this is
if you guys remember Void Terror with Rush.
This is basically Void Terror with Rush.
Yeah.
And people played Void Terror.
People did play Void Terror.
Void Terror kills 2 minions.
This kills
It's only 1. But still, I mean, this is Warlock's always looking for ways to kill their minions.
You have a way to proc your eggs now.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you can proc your eggs. You can, heaven forbid, Lackey. I don't know why you'd run those together, but...
Going forward, I do want to apologize for those of you watching the stream. The final card dump was first put on Facebook, so I took a lot of these from the Hearthstone Facebook page as opposed to Hearthstone Top Decks, which I normally do, and they give me like either a white square around the card or a transparent background. So I do apologize. This does look a little sloppy, but I got it done.
In case you forgot what set they're from, you can be reminded what set they're from.
There you go. I think Ratcatcher is pretty good. I don't know. People aren't playing Void Terror, so I don't know where you're playing this guy is the thing.
Well, I mean, this is kind of like, pop an egg or like get something that wants to die and kill a minion.
Yeah, I think this is like a zoo card.
Yeah, no, it's a zoo card.
Moving on we were worried that there wouldn't be any secret tech cards, but there is 5 mana for a 4/6 neutral minion, Chief Inspector, Battlecry, destroy all enemy secrets.
A much better secret agent.
This is a counter Q card.
Yeah, so it's a bit more than Kizan Mystic and Eater of Secrets was, but it does destroy all of the secrets.
This is pretty much Eater of Secrets with the buff from killing 2 secrets.
Yeah, so if it does more, if it does 1, you still got a better thing.
Yeah, I mean, 5 mana 4/6.
The problem is you're not gonna just put this in your deck to have.
No, not unless like Spell Hunter or a Mage with a lot of secrets. In standard.
If Spell Hunter, Secret Mage, and Secret Paladin are very popular, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's a tech card. So
this is going to go in tournaments probably as like a tech against specific decks.
I think so. Yeah.
Could be.
All right, that's a minute.
Next up is Deranged Doctor. It's an 8-mana 8/8 neutral minion. Death Rattle, restore 8 health to your hero. So again, we have another card where it gives you your hero health back, but this thing is enormous.
Yeah, I mean it's 8-mana 8/8. It doesn't really do much besides heal.
Yeah, I mean it's just big. It's a disgusting arena card.
I like the art. I like the
this would be cool to get off a free from Ember though.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
You get an 8/8, and when it dies,
like Spiteful Summoner, free from Amber, free 8/8.
That would be cool. I mean, this would be cool to get off of other stuff, but to put it in my deck, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you're playing this in
I think
deck.
that's a lot of these like big filler cards. It's more fodder for the RNG cards.
Yeah, but this is good fodder for that card. But you're not playing this in any deck other than an arena deck.
It's not the best, but not the worst. I like this card.
Now onto a card that I thought the art made me like cringe a little. I don't like bugs. So
this is gonna go in a lot of decks. This is a cool card.
Swamp Leech is a 1-mana 2/1 beast with lifesteal. That's it.
Yeah. But I mean, like, this can replace Mistress of Mixtures and Warlock, possibly.
Sort of. It doesn't have the 2 back ends, so that makes a big difference.
Deathstalker Rexar.
One lifesteal.
This is a card that'll feed into Rexar.
Yeah, and it's got 2 attacks, so it's more buffs. This is another one of those. Let's add this to the pool of stuff that other cards use, kind of thing.
I mean, this is going to be like the second option too, so you can get like a good.
You get a good battle cry, or like an interesting text or something.
Or I always pick the thing the Kodo that deals the damage when you play it.
Yep, Stampeding Kodo. That's rotating. I thought.
Yeah,
Stampeding Kodo.
The Getaway.
Getaway Kodo is
No. The 4-mana 2/4 for Hunter.
Dispatch Kodo. Yeah.
I always had to choose the Leech, the 5-mana 4/4. This is a cheaper option.
All right, so for those of you who are fans of Explorer's Hat, boy, do we have a card for you. Mad Hatter's a 4-mana 3/2 with Battle Cry. Randomly toss 3 hats to other minions. Each hat gives +1/+1.
I love the flavor because it could have just said give 3 other minions +1/+1.
Yeah, just hand out +3/+3 to your
the problem with this card is it's inevitably never gonna hit your own minion. It's only gonna hit your enemy. It's like a reverse Mad Bomber. Yeah, but the interesting thing is once it hits the card once, it can't hit it again because you can't wear 2 hats.
That's true.
Oh man, I gotta move on after that. All right, Snap Freeze is a 2-mana mage spell. It says freeze a minion, and if it's already frozen, destroy it. So Shatter just became very useless.
Shatter.
I hope
we live in a day and age where Shatter got power corrupt. How does that make you feel?
I hope the flavor text says we're sorry about Shatter.
Say sorry. Yeah.
I think this is a good card.
This is good. Yeah. No, this has some especially with Breath of Syndragosa and this is pretty good.
I'm not sold.
No?
I'm not sold.
Or Freezing Potion rotates out, so otherwise Freezing Potion.
Freezing Potion wasn't played, Shatter wasn't played.
I guess it's a good point.
I'm not going to play them both on the same card.
Something off of Get Arena Mage spell.
Yeah, I think
this would be good.
I think I still would play Frostbolt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, on to our next card is a Lost Spirit, a 2-mana 1/1 Death Rattle minion, neutral. Death Rattle give your minions +1 attack.
Aggro, anything?
Well, Spawn and Azoth didn't see play.
I don't think this sees play either, even if it's 1 mana less.
Well, I mean that was a 3-mana 2/2.
Azoth, though.
This is a 2-mana 1/1, so it's like it's easier to kill it.
Yeah,
if it's possible.
Yeah, so you can see no value out of this.
Spawn and Azoth was also +1/+1. This is +1 attack.
Yeah, so not as good. So I think probably not seeing play.
I mean, you're gonna try.
Okay, I misread this card at first and thought this card was really insane, but it's actually pretty fair. Life Drinker is a 4-mana 3/3 beast for that set battle cries to deal 3 damage to the enemy hero and restore 3 health to your hero. So if it
Basically, it's your power.
Yeah, I misread it and thought I said deal 2 damage to an enemy or restore 3 health to your hero. And then if that was the case, that would be insanely good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because that's like it's like a 6 health swing.
I mean, plus
a 3/3 guy. Like there was a card in Magic called Siege Rhino, and that would have been like this. If that was the case.
God! Don't talk about Siege Rhino.
Well, Siege Rhino is basically this card.
Yeah. I know.
This is another card you could get off Build Beast.
Yeah.
It could be reasonable. It's healing. It's more healing for Hunter.
You know, this might get. I think this might get played because Siege Rhino got played.
Imagine this plus that other card that deals 3 damage, and then the Shutter Walk.
Oh God!
You play it and you
Nightbane. Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, someone's
gonna make that deck. Dane will make that deck.
It's good.
Moving on to a less good card. Fell Soul Inquisitor is a 4-mana 1/6 with Lifesteal and Taunt. That's a demon. And it's neutral. So we got a neutral demon.
A few more neutral demons.
Yeah, because we need more neutral demons, please. Because Warlock doesn't have enough. That's the only card that synergizes with it.
This synergizes a lot with buffs.
It synergizes with Bane of Doom.
I mean, Lifesteal and Taunt's always been a good combination.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like it's like a better Mogashan Warden, but I'm not playing Mogashan Warden either.
Yeah.
So I think it's a hard pass for me.
It's a 4-mana 6/6 Lifesteal Taunt with Lady in White.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Maybe it goes into your Lady in White.
Yeah, just maybe. Next we have Cauldron Elemental. It's an 8-mana neutral elemental. That's a 7/7. It says all your other elementals have +2 attack.
This is a cool card.
It's cool.
It's kind of expensive.
Yeah, it's very expensive for what this thing does. And like,
well, I mean, there's like cards that make elementals cheaper. I mean, that's
Fire Plume Harbinger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you play like Mermaid Elemental into that, you can make this 2 cheaper.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, that's like a superpower gamey kind of thing.
Yeah. But then you're playing all of those in your deck. Like Murmuring Elemental, yeah, that's great. Fire Plume Harbinger, I don't know if you're gonna play.
It's like, here's the thing. It's like, doesn't 2+2 attack on turn 8? Isn't that like too late?
Yeah.
Look like a finish. It's like a mini Bloodlust type thing. You know, it's strong.
Yeah, I guess. But when I just play Bloodlust,
probably, yeah.
It's 1 extra attack across the board, yeah.
Because you're not like, this is hypothetically a finisher kind of card. And you're not going to be attacking with it the turn it comes down, so you might as well just play Bloodlust and get +3 attack on everything instead of +2 for 3 less mana.
I agree. Moving on.
I mean, if you compare it to Stormwind Champion, it's much better.
All right. Moving on. Furious End is a 7-mana neutral minion. It's a 5/9 with Taunt.
West Warrior, maybe.
Even then.
Historically speaking, the 7-drop slot for Quest Warrior was pretty light. It was literally only Curator. So
it makes evolving stuff to turn 7. It gives you some better stuff. It gives you Taunt there.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes the cut.
You just don't put it in any deck, I don't think.
You might be happy seeing this off Stonehill Defender.
Yeah, I mean, you just put it. Yeah, but it's not like a part of your 30.
Yeah, this might be like your 35th or 36th card.
That's still not making the cut, though. So
exactly.
So let's move ahead to the next card. Dark Possession is a 1-mana Warlock spell. It says deal 2 damage to a friendly character. Discover a demon. I think this card's very good.
Summon a Void Lord. Discover a Void Lord.
Yeah, right.
This can help buff up your Spellstone or your cards that need to have you damage your hero to get the special effect. I mean, it's 1 mana, so it's pretty flexible.
Discover a demon for 1 with the plus side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this card might see play.
This is a cool card.
Onto Standbinder, which is a 4-mana neutral minion. It's a 2/4. It says it's an epic. It says battle cry, draw an elemental from your deck. So as if you didn't if you needed another option on turn 4 instead of what was that one that got Divine Shield or whatever if you played an elemental last turn?
12-year Stone Shaper.
Yeah, so if you want to play something that wasn't 12-year Stone Shaper in your elemental deck, you could play this guy instead.
So so this is the card that I was alluding to earlier. I actually like this card because tutor draw is never to be underrated. It's always
You
worth
could draw
considering.
Grumble if it's the only elemental.
He can draw a Grumble. We're talking an awful lot about Grumble, considering he's not played a whole bunch at the moment.
Well, I think he will be.
You never know.
I mean, there's a battle cry like synergy with Shaman now. That's what they're going to be doing now. So I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. I think this card is worth considering if you're playing an elemental deck because targeted draw is always good.
Yeah,
I agree. On to Witchwood M, coming down the home stretch of our card reveals. Witchwood M's a 1-mana 1/1 Warlock Demon with stealth, and says Death Rattle, give a random friendly minion +2 health. So this is basically a Blood Imp that can attack, that has an attack stat that gives something to one thing +2 health one time, as opposed to Blood Imp, which could give things health multiple times and has stealth. So I'm not sure which is necessarily better. I don't think this card's too good.
I'm of the boat, or I'm in the boat where I'm cool that Warlock gets some subpar cards.
Yeah,
yes.
It is a lot of good cards. This expansion, it's already pretty good. I don't think you play this over Blood Imp. Like Blood Imp when it was a 1/1 was.
But like, are you even playing Blood Imp in your decks right now?
Probably not, unless it's Zoo with like Blood Fury Potion, which is rotating out.
Yeah.
So I think it's a hard pass for me. And the final card of our card reveals is Fiendish Circle, a 4-mana Warlock spell, summon 4 1/1 imps.
Calling the Impagers.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought it was funny though how on the Hearthstone Facebook page they show what imps look like, and they're just regular imps with the Witchwood logo.
That's kind of funny.
They could have made some cool looking imps.
So this is Implosion without the damage.
Well, yeah, Implosion without the damage, but you're guaranteed 4.
Yeah, you always get the 4 imps though.
Yeah, too bad Darkshire Councilman rotates out. This card would be disgusting.
Yeah.
This would be cool in Zoo and Wild. I mean,
yeah, because this would go with Darkshire Councilman.
I mean, like maybe we're overlooking this Demon Zoo though. Like,
maybe
down the road, like
is Crystal Weaver still? Is Crystal Weaver still in the format?
Crystal Weaver.
That was Gadget's in.
So
yeah.
No. So you couldn't even buff these. So you couldn't even like coin this out and then buff them the turn after, unless it was Wild.
Yeah. I think if I'm gonna go out on a limb, I'm thinking this next upcoming year they're really doubling down on the demon synergy for Warlock within reason. So we're gonna see a lot of like demon synergy cards. So like maybe this fits into that puzzle down the road.
Yeah,
maybe.
I agree. All right, and that is going to conclude the card. Oh, that's all the cards for this news set. We have successfully now talked about all the cards. So, gents, let me ask you this: Day 1, you're crafting the legendary from this set. What's it going to be?
Oh man, Lady in White.
Lady in White.
Sure. Yeah.
I haven't decided yet. I was gonna do the gun turret for Warrior, but then I realized it didn't have taunt.
Yeah, I'm thinking
I don't know yet.
I'm thinking for me, it's got to be the Countess that gives you the three minions.
Yeah,
I think that's like a must craft.
So I'll tell you, I can't say because I'm opening like 200 packs, so I guess we'll see what I do.
Yeah,
no,
I guess the better question for me is, what am I going to craft golden?
Oh, yeah, what would you craft golden? I think I would, if I would craft golden, that's tough. God. Maybe like, what's something, I'm trying to think of something that gives you a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because we all know that the best golden cards are the cards that give you more golden cards.
Yeah, maybe Hagatha. I hate to say it, maybe Hagatha.
That'd be cool. I mean, because you get a golden hero power.
A golden hero power, and I get golden spells.
Yeah, I want to like the Temple Warrior cards. I'd craft them gold, but I'm not sold.
All right.
The nice thing is they're all commons and rare, so like you have a good chance of opening them in gold if you're opening them up a bunch of packs.
All right. So, and then I guess a couple more questions is for you guys. What class do you think benefits the most from this set? I want to say Warlock.
Honestly,
I think
Hunter.
Hunter looks pretty
I
good.
agree.
They got a lot of good stuff.
They got a lot of cool stuff.
I think.
Odd Hunters would be good.
Yeah, I think a big thing to take into consideration is a lot of the decks that you're seeing right now, you will not see.
Except
so you have to think in a meta game of there's no Nizah, there's no Dragonet Operative, like Spiteful Priest is getting gutted.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these cards, while they might seem on the weaker side of things, everything in general is getting a lot weaker. Even Q, everyone's like super worried about Q Block. Q Block's not going to have Nizah.
Does Q Block keep Melons off?
Yeah.
Yeah, some do.
Second finisher.
Well, I guess mine doesn't.
All right, and then the final question I had: Warrior and Shaman have been having a lot of problems in Standard. Do they come back from the set?
I think so.
If Rush Warrior can be good, I think it'll be great.
I think I will go out on a limb. I will say multiple Warrior archetypes are going to be better because everyone else is getting worse.
Okay, yeah. Speaking of getting worse, a lot of people have been talking about this. Is Druid dead in Standard?
No. Druid's not dead. Taunt Druid.
They have branching paths. They have token summons. I mean, they have that can keep them alive.
They're going to get carried on the back of older cards.
Yeah.
But I think, like I said before, because a lot of other things are going down in power level, Druid's going to be able to keep up with their older cards.
Yeah, I agree.
Just because their classic set, like, you know, Wild Growth is so good. Nourish is so good. UI so good. Like,
yeah, I think like for a while, like, all the classes are going to be like decent. There's obviously some ones that stand out big time, but I don't think we'll have to see. But looking at the cards, I don't think any of the classes really are that bad right now.
All right, so that's going to do it for our Witchwood card critique / review. I'm really happy that we got through this pretty quickly because we do tend to ramble on about when it comes to new cards.
Thumbs up to that.
I'm really excited for Thursday. I don't know about you guys.
I'm so excited for Thursday that I took Friday off work.
There you go.
Just to play with the cards.
There you go.
There we go.
All right. Just to wrap it up, and just to close things out, as far as iTunes reviews, unfortunately, we didn't get any again this week. So if you listen to us on iTunes and want to give us a minute of your time and write a nice review, or a not nice review, we do like to read them anyway. Take a little bit of time out of your day and let us know what you're thinking of the show. As always, feel free to email the show at aroundthehearthpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at aroundthehearth. You can visit on Facebook at facebook.com/aroundthehearth. You can support the show through our Patreon, where we have a lot of cool rewards. Even $1 a month really helps a lot and helps makes a better show and a better experience for you guys. Twitch subs and
join our Discord.
Join our Discord if you want to chat.
Discord's been popping off lately. Like,
we get like people every day. It's
Yes, we have a lot of new Discord traffic, so you can talk to other viewers, show and us. We're in there all the time. Twitch subs and Twitch Prime subs are always welcome if you also want to help promote the show. And you can also find us on YouTube. Make sure to like the video, share it with a friend, and give us a subscribe and turn on your notifications for when we post new videos.
Smash that like button. Smash that sub button.
Like button. Smash the sub button. All right.
Hit all the tropes.
And that is going to conclude episode 52 of Around the Hearth. For Ztdubz and EK Designer, this is Adam saying, hope you have a great week. Yogg blesses your packs, and we'll see you in the Year of the Raven.
I'll see you guys Thursday.
See you guys.